dry, is it better? Oh, Helen.
All right, here we are. Hopefully the audio problem is fixed at the TCO ring. 7:54 left, 0-0 hockey game. A lot of good pressure from Rampage. Been in the Stillwater zone a lot. Good pass across the blue line for two. Shot goes wide and into the corner. Helen will pick it up. Now Helen along the back boards. It's chipped up by Stillwater. They're going to skate it out. Pop it up in the air, picked up by Kopecky. Now he'll go. Bouncing puck just wide of the net. Rampage needs a change. They're going to go ahead and do it. Sanborn comes on. Grimberg comes on. And offsides against Stillwater. Again, 7:15 left if you're just joining us. A 0-0 hockey game. This is an added game to the schedule against Stillwater High School, which I believe is ranked as a AA team, one of the better AA teams. So we'll throw it through the neutral zone. Just back on sides is Cooper George, and the play stays on. Now puck rims around the boards. It's going to be cleared out by Stillwater. They throw it ahead, but it's picked off by Grimberg. Grimberg at the blue line, throws it up for George, goes under George's stick and back into the neutral zone. Rampage tags up. Sanborn tries to dump it in the zone, but Stillwater doing a good job of keeping it out. Now it's going to be chased down by Soper. Soper in the corner out in front. He had Schumer there. Schumer couldn't get a stick on it. Schumer right in front of the crease. Now Stillwater comes back the other way. They want to change. Grimberg will throw it over to Sanborn. Sanborn can't catch it. Now throws it up for the stretch pass for Cooper. Held up into the neutral zone, now back paddled by Sanborn, and up into the neutral zone again. Schumer's going to dump it deep. Grimberg and Schumer will come off. So will Sanborn and Cooper. There you go, set it up. Now out in front, Soper has it. Soper tries to beat two guys, turns it over, back into the neutral zone. Now up along the boards, chipped forward, picked up by Soper. Green has it, banks it off the boards. Now Green gets knocked down from behind. We got a penalty coming up on Stillwater. It's a check from behind. No, they're going to go a cross check. That's being awfully kind because the check from behind carries a 2 and 10 penalty time. In this case, it'll be a minor. And again, because we're playing 15-minute periods, it should be a minute 30. On the penalty. Let's see what they put up. No, they're going to go 2 minutes, even though it's under 16-minute period. By USA Hockey. Schumer has it, goes across to the top of the circle. Rampage on the first power play of the game. Shot by Kopecky high over the crossbar up against the glass. Now out of the zone by Stillwater. Now Stillwater comes in. Schumer takes his man wide. Now Soper comes in to help. Puck out in front. Kopecky overskates it. Now collects it on the blade. He'll skate it out of the zone. Throws it over to Schumer. And then over to George. Puck goes off to Soper. Now Soper takes one along the boards. Remember, Rampage on the power play here. And now we've got an offside whistle against Rampage. They're going to change. Stillwater will change as well. 5:04 left. First period, 0-0 here from the TCO Arena. 15-minute periods today. Face off outside the Stillwater zone. Schroeder takes it. Stillwater will throw it back to the Rampage zone. It's collected by Greener. Greener behind the net. Greener throws it back across the crease. Not always crazy about that play, but it worked out. Now picked up by Marsh. Marsh chips it into the corner. Now Schroeder comes in to help. Set up to the point, now whiffed on, but luckily picked up at the blue line by Green. Green back to Frazier. Frazier down to the bottom of the circle. Now back up to the point. Frazier lets one rip. It's in the air, and I think the goaltender gloved it. He did. Good play by the Stillwater goaltender. Through a ton of traffic there. Looked like I-25 at 7:30 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. Faceoff will stay in the Stillwater zone. Still 44 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Rampage. Puck down into the circle. Shot. Pad save. Shot! Goaltender falls down, makes a good save. Back up to the point. Frazier loses it over the line, and it's offsides. Yeah, it came out of the zone. Frazier couldn't hold on to it. Face off into neutral, outside of the Stillwater zone. 4:13 remaining in the period. Still 30 seconds on the man advantage for Rampage. They're going to try to get possession quickly in the zone. They do. That's Marsh. Marsh fights along the boards. Now back up to the blue line. Frazier takes a shot, gloved by the goaltender. Outside of the frame, no official shot. But that direction, face-off will stay to the left of the Stillwater goaltender. Schroeder will take it. He's got Green behind him, and Frazier. Helen will chase it into the corner. Stillwater has it. Stillwater tries to bring it out of the zone. They chip it off the board. It's going to be an icing against Stillwater. Had just enough mojo to get down 200 feet for an icing call. If the ice was a little dirtier, that one may have stuck. Back into the Stillwater zone we'll go. Same lineup here. Schroeder will take the face-off. He's going to have Helen on his left, Green to the left behind, Frazier behind to the right. Puck up along the boards, kept in by Frazier. Frazier lets one rip through traffic. Now Green has it on the other side. He tries to go across. That pass is red. Chipped out by Stillwater. Now Stillwater the other way. Teams back at even strength. Inside the circle, goal flag bar down goal. The D let him down there. Point blank shot just on top of the crease. It's 1-0 Stillwater. Goal comes at 3:31 remaining in the first period. Here from the TCO Center. About a 25-minute ride from downtown Minneapolis. Face-off drawn back by Rampage. Rampage will have it. Here comes Crichton York. Crichton York backhands it into the zone. Goaltender paddles it aside into the corner. Now behind the Stillwater net. Picked up by Schumer. Schumer has it. Rampage trailing 1-0. And a goal about a minute and 30 ago by Stillwater. Still 3 minutes remaining in the first period. Puck goes behind Kennedy. And now missed. They tried to get it out there. That was York. Crichton tried to chip it out. Didn't happen. Now kept in for a moment by Stillwater. Comes out, back in. No call. And now we've got another offside shot, gloved by Kennedy. A lot of good pressure by Stillwater all of a sudden. Both teams are going to do a full line change. Face-off will be in the zone, the Rampage zone, to the right of Kennedy. It'll be Spencer taking the face-off. Draws it back for Grimberg. Grimberg throws it along the boards. Casagrande just tries to get it off the boards. Instead, it goes right in front of the Rampage net. Dangerous play, but Sanborn's there. Now chipped back out. Stillwater needs to tag up. Stillwater back on side, trying to enter the zone. Shifty move inside the neutral. Now chipped up along the boards. Here comes Stillwater. It's a 2-on-1 shot outside of the net. Tough angle there, but dangerous just the same. There were two Stillwater players coming in with only one defender for Rampage. Now out in front across. 14 was there, but it was to his backhand, and it goes under his stick. Right now with 2 minutes left, it's all Stillwater. Here comes Casa. Casa skates it out of the zone, over center ice. Rampage stays on side. Loose puck goes just wide of the Stillwater net into the corner. Now Stillwater will pick it up. Rampage throws it out in front, looking for McCarter. McCarter has to go under his stick. There's a loose puck, and it's in. It's in. Rampage will take a goal at 1:39 remaining in the first period. It's 1-1 Colorado and Stillwater. Goal scored by Spencer, assisted by Sanborn. And then Casagrande falls down, going to the boards. Wow, that was comic relief. 1:39 remaining first period, 1-1 here at TCO Arena. Face off to the center, it'll be Soper. On the left, Jord. Picked up by Schumer. Schumer backhands it forward for Jord. Jord loses it, dumped in, and then off the official and into the Rampage bench. It'll come outside of the Rampage zone to the right of Kennedy. Frazier and Green, your defenders. Jord, Schumer wings, face-off taken by Soper, drawn back. Kennedy turns the puck over. Boy, I don't know what he was thinking there, if he was expecting to have one of his teammates there or not, but he threw the puck. They had a Stillwater player on both sides, and they got away with one there. Collected at center ice by Rampage, now turned back the other way. Here comes Stillwater. Loose puck. It's going to be skated out by Soper. Soper will throw it forward for Schumer. Schumer has it. Jorg has to stay on side. He does. And now here comes Stillwater. Goes off one of the Rampage skates, collected by Rampage. Now off a Frazier's stick. Into the zone we come. Into the corner, Stillwater has it. They're going to try to center it out. Shot! Now Schumer. Schumer's got to get it out of the zone with 39 seconds left. All Stillwater right now in a 1-1 hockey game here from TCO. Jorg has it. He'll dump it deep. Good play. A lot of pressure. Soper needs off. He comes off. Puck comes back to Green. Green has it. Now throws it forward. Marsh. For Schroeder. And Schroeder gets drilled. We've got a penalty coming here, at least one. It's going to be a roughing on Stillwater. I think it's going to go against whoever hit Marsh, although Schroeder's down in the corner, covered in snow. Now he gets up. Marsh still down on his knees. Now he gets up. Should be a 2-minute minor for roughing. Referee having a conversation with the scorekeeper. Penalty comes at 15.6 remaining.
Check it out, boys.
First period, a 1-1 hockey game. So a man advantage for Rampage. They'll start the second period on the power play. Schumer has it. Schumer down into the corner. Schumer throws it back up to Kopecky at the blue line. Kopecky back to Schumer. Schumer skates it across the blue line. Shot! Through traffic. Goes over the goaltender. That'll do it for the first period. So 1:45 will remain on the man advantage for Rampage on the 2-minute minor for roughing. Rampage will start the second period on the power play. Right now, they're going to take a minute to grab a drink, talk things over, and switch ends. Rampage will be attacking from your left to your right. They've got shots on the board right now at 12-3, which is way off. 1-1 the game. Again, if you're joining us, the audio just got better. We are about 15 miles from downtown Minneapolis. Been very warm here, mid-50s both days after apparently we just missed the really cold weather, which is great. So shout out to all of you in Arizona with the 2012s. All right, we'll give a long break here in between periods, about a 2-minute period to regroup. Face off back to center ice. Playing 15-minute periods. This is different from the format in the Tier 1 tournament. Again, Stillwater being a high school Bantam team. Different rules. Face off, center ice. It'll be Soper taking it with Jord and Kopecky. Excuse me, McCarter. Kopecky behind, Schumer behind. Schumer gets it, throws it across. Rampage starting the second period on the power play. Still a minute 30 remaining. Puck goes up to Soper. Soper holds it, now throws it, turns it over. Bad pass goes right on the stick of the Stillwater player. Now loose. Here comes the Stillwater player. Schumer drives his man outside. Good play by Schumer. Potential breakaway there for Stillwater. Schumer got in the way of it. Now Schumer comes back the other way. Rampage on sides, kept in. Kept in again, on the blue line in Hugs. Kopecky now turned over. Good pressure from Stillwater. Shot! Tipped in front, shot! Outside the net. A couple of quick shots by McCarter and a third one from Jordan go off the outside of the net. Back up to the blue line. Kopecky throws it across for Soper. Soper can't catch it. We're having a hard time catching passes tonight. The whole team. Soper will take it behind the net. Now over to Schumer. Schumer back across to Kopecky. 38 seconds left. Shot. Loose puck. Rebound. Collected by Soper. Soper back up to the blue line. Top of the circle. Shot. Goes off of one of the Stillwater players. You can hear it. 25 seconds in the man advantage for Rampage. 1-1 hockey game. Back up to the point. Shot. Goes through traffic. Off the boards, wide of the net. McCarter will collect it. He throws it back up to the blue line. Good power play. But now a turnover. A costly turnover there by Kopecky. Still, 7 seconds left in the man advantage with an icing going against Stillwater. A little bit too much soft telegraph passes in that power play to the point where Stillwater was reading what was going to happen next and jumping some of the passes. Face off to the right of the Stillwater goaltender. 5 seconds remain in man advantage. Rampage will win the face-off. Shot. Blocked. Now back into the neutral zone. That'll do it for the power play. Teams back at even strength. With 13:09 left, it's a 2-on-2. Now coming back the other way. Here comes Stillwater. Over the blue line. Puck wide. Shot. Kennedy with a save, man, that was tough. Loose puck across the front, shot. Faceoff will stay in the Rampage zone at 12:57 remaining. 1-1 the score here from the TCO Arena. Faceoff to the right of Kennedy, down at the other end of the ice. Won by Rampage, now turned back over in the corner. Stillwater has it. They'll fiddle-faddle with it at the bottom of the circle. Marsh is going to try to skate it out, but turns it back over to Stillwater. Shot! Goes wide. Bounces off the boards. Collected by Stillwater. Little sloppy play by Rampage. Back up to the blue line. Shot. Bouncing. Across the front of the crease to Kennedy's right. Into the corner. Rampage desperately trying to get it out of the zone. They can't. Now they will. Schroeder throws it up for Helen. Nice pass, but he's offside. Helen, anticipating the pass coming maybe a split second earlier, skated into the zone, and the face-off will go back to where the pass originated, which in this case will be just outside the Rampage zone in the neutral zone. That's a lot of zones in a span of 10 seconds. Face-off taken by Schroeder, won by Stillwater. Stillwater at center ice. Loose puck. Good battle along the boards. That's Frazier. Now the puck comes out in front of Kennedy. Chance for Stillwater, no shot taken up along the boards. Now chipped out into the neutral zone. Loose puck goes across the top of the Stillwater zone. They're gonna bat that out. And now held in the zone. Tried to clear by Rampage. Shot goes off of Kennedy. A slapper, one-timer from the point. Makes the save. Rebound back into the corner. Now behind the net. Go to the Kennedy's left, desperately trying to get it out once again is Rampage. Stillwater has it, they're working it around inside the circle. Shot pops up in the air off of Kennedy, still can't get it out. Marsh in good position to get this out. If they can get it there, it finally does. It rolls off of a Rampage stick. I believe that was Helen. And back into the neutral zone. Now all the teams can change. Collected by Frazier. Frazier overskates it, just sloppy right now. Throws it along the boards, but it's picked off by Stillwater. Here's a chance. They throw it outside the circle. Shot misses the net, kept in at the blue line. It's a mess right now. Got to get this settled. Stillwater beating Rampage on the puck battles. Now a whistle. in the corner. See what's going on. It was far away from where we could see. Official is going to take his place. It may have hit the netting down there. It was hard to tell. No penalty either way. 11:24 remaining. Face off in the Rampage zone. To the right of Kennedy. In the corner it goes. Now out in front of the crease. Taken away there by Spencer. Spencer had it. Now a hard shot up along the boards by Kopecky. Puck over the middle. Good pass. Here comes Casa. Gets rocked along the boards. Good hard hit right in front of us. You can hear it all the way. Rampage is going to hold it in the Stillwater zone for the moment. Now Stillwater will skate it out, but taken back over by Casa. Casa bounced right up and says, "You're going to have to hit me a hell of a lot harder than that." Stillwater regroups in their own zone, back up into the neutral zone. Danger here. Puck handled by Tuesday. And now up along the board, Spencer gets knocked down and a whistle. I don't see any arms up. No, they are. They're going to take the Stillwater player. It looks like it may be a rough. It's going to be a 2-minute minor. And Rampage will go on another power play at 10:30 remaining in the second period in a 1-1 hockey game. Face-off will come down the ice here into the Stillwater zone. Marsh is going to come in to take it. Excuse me, Schroeder will take it. Marsh is on the right wing. Helen on the left. Frazier and Green, your defenders. Puck one back to Green. Green along the blue line. Back to Frazier, back to Green. Back to Frazier. Frazier throws it into the corner. Marsh overskates it, has it go off his stick, but Helen collects it. Now back across to Frazier. Frazier goes down, looks for Marsh. Puck out in front. Helen didn't get a lot on it. Stillwater can't clear it. Held in. Now back to the point. Frazier back down to Marsh. Marsh right in front of us. Marsh tries to go through the legs. He does. Good stick work there by Stillwater. They're going to tip that back into the neutral zone. Rampage will have to clear and regroup. Missed pass there. A little long for Greener. Greener makes a stretch pass ahead for Schroeder. Schroeder throws it immediately back to Marsh. Marsh didn't realize that's what he was going to do. Now Marsh top of the circle. Marsh to the other side. Marsh skates it up. Now throws it forward. Fortunately, it went under the stick of a Stillwater player. Helen to Frazier. Frazier skates it in. Tried to go over the blocker, and instead it rifles out of the zone, chased down by Green. Good idea there by Frazier. He got a lot on it. He picked his spot. He just missed it. Now Green throws it across. 45 seconds in the man advantage for Rampage. Here they come into the zone. They're onside. Frazier goes down, but it's a soft fall. No call by the official. Marsh gets pushed off. Now takes it behind, out in front. Goaltender gets a little bit on it. And now Green goes down hard. No trip. It's definitely not a trip. It was just a body in the way. Another shot with 19 seconds left in the man advantage. Kept behind by Helen. Helen will skate it, tries to settle it. Goes up for Kopecky. Kopecky, cross! Great pass by Kopecky on Marsh's stick, and he whiffed on the one-timer. Something we talked about earlier, how hard it is at this age to hit those one-timers. But it was open. Now Marsh walks it in, shot. Good block by Stillwater, and the teams go back to even strength. Player comes off the bench. Fortunately, Rampage saw the cherry picking going on. We got on it quickly. Now Helen will battle for it. Helen's going to lose it. It's going to get out into the neutral zone. Here comes Stillwater with a head of steam. This kid's fast. Shot, goal! Took it inside the circle. Went to Kennedy's right, to the right of the blocker. And Stillwater retakes the lead at 8:06 remaining in the second period. It's 2-1 Stillwater. Not quite a breakaway, but close enough that the shooter got about 10 feet off of the goal and just picked his spot and nailed it. Back to center ice, face-off will be taken by Spencer. Won by Stillwater. Stillwater has it behind the blue line. Now they chip it into the Rampage zone. It's down behind Kennedy. Chased down by Grimberg. Grimberg falls down, but they just got their skates tangled up. Now a stretch pass. tough catch there. Went under York's stick. Now York will bat it back into the zone. Here's a puck that goes wide of the goaltender. He'll leave it there for the Stillwater player. Stillwater's going to break this out. Oh, they throw it across the zone. Can Rampage jump on it and take advantage? Here comes Sanborn. Sanborn throws one on net, and the goaltender decides to cover. Good job by Sanborn beating his man and getting there in time to get a shot off before it cleared the zone. Face off to the right of the goaltender. 7:30 remaining. Teams at 5-on-5. Spencer will take it. He's got Creighton York on his right. Walnut on his left. Face off. This time won by Stillwater. But they turn it back over. Cooper will throw it back into the zone. Now back through the neutral. Here comes Stillwater. Stillwater onside. Spencer bumps his man down. Now Walnut comes in to help out. York holds the blue line. Loose puck picked up by Stillwater. They try to get a shot off. They can't. Here comes Colorado the other way. It's Creighton York. Spencer wants off. York throws it hard off the boards or the glass there. Nice stick. Picked up by Soper, but batted out and knocked down by Stillwater. They'll take it at center ice. Nice move. Stillwater on side. Here they come. Shot. Glove. That one was definitely going to Kennedy's glove side. He sticks it out. The big mid makes the save at 6:44. It's 2-1 Stillwater. Will take the face-off inside the Rampage zone to the right of Kennedy. Soper will take the face-off at center. He's got Kopecky with him and Grimberg. Now puck back into the neutral. Picked up by Rampage. Regroup, thrown forward for Cooper. Good no icing call. Cooper tips it. Over the red line, goes into the zone, held in there by Soper. Soper will throw it behind the Stillwater net. Batted back, goes past Cooper George, now into the corner. Now, Stillwater tries to break it out, they will. Off the boards, and the puck goes off of Stillwater's stick and into the bench. Face-off will stay in the neutral zone. At 6:09 remaining, second period, 2-1 Stillwater. Go to center ice. Same lineup. Soper will take it at center. Nice deflection off of Cooper George, and the puck's covered by Kennedy. Face off in the Rampage zone to the right. Once again, Soper will take the face off. He's got Schumer on his left. Face off drawn back by Stillwater at the blue line. Now thrown along the boards, picked up by Rampage, can't get it out. Not hard enough off the boards. Stillwater will maintain possession into the corner. Now pinned along the boards, hard for us to see, way down there. Up to the blue line, shot, blocker to side by Kennedy from the blue line into the corner. Now some help. Blue shirts come in, white shirts hold the puck. Here comes Cooper, Cooper puts pressure on him. Cooper thought he might beat his man, not to happen. Stillwater comes in on sides. Now they backtrack. Thrown back along the corner, hits the official, and back into the neutral zone. Schumer thought he might be able to beat his man. Now Schumer has a chance to read that pass, and he does. Schumer can't hold it. Now back to center ice, Kopecky. Kopecky off the boards for Schumer. Schumer's going to dump it deep and change. Soper, Schumer off, Spencer on. Carter on. Rampage had the puck for a second, now a 2-on-2 the other way. Here comes Stillwater onside. Stillwater needs a change. Puck goes right across the crease, but with four players changing, there's no danger there. Back into the corner, now stays in the Rampage zone. Batted back in by one of the Stillwater defensemen, back behind the Rampage net. Rampage is going to try to skate this out. Good pressure from Stillwater, trying to force the turnover. Here comes Kopecky. Kopecky somehow beats his man. He's got a guy out in front. It was Obo was there. Great play by Kopecky. Perfect play. Now, Stillwater the other way. Breakaway shot. Oh. Stillwater will take a 3-1 lead At 4:42 remaining in the second period, another 2-on-0 breakaway. This time the shooter kept it, ripped it over the blocker, and Stillwater takes a 3-1 lead. After what's really been a fairly even hockey game. Again, some basic mistakes coming back to bite Rampage. Now Marsh tries to fight the puck in, gets pulled down. He's actually inside the Stillwater net, untangles himself and gets up. Stillwater comes back the other way. Stillwater onside, top of the circle. Shot goes wide, back into the corner. Now a soft push along the boards by Marsh. Shot goes wide in the net. Kennedy covers. Freezes the puck at 4:14 remaining in the second period. 3-1 Stillwater. Face off to the left in the Rampage zone. Schroeder's in. He'll take the face off. Frazier. Helen. Face off won by Stillwater. Stillwater up to the blue line. Shot! Bouncing puck. Loose in front. Kennedy save. Man, that puck took some crazy bounces. Now lifted out of the zone. Good play back there by Helen. It's a high stick. This will go against Stillwater. It'll bring it into their zone. Good job by Helen there, lifting the puck and just flitting it out of the zone. No icing. Face off will be to the right of the goaltender in the Stillwater side of the ice. Schroeder will take it. Marsh to his right, Helen to his left. Frazier and Green behind him. Face off, one back to Helen. Now Helen fights for it along the boards. Into the corner. There's a chance for Stillwater to break it out. They throw it, but read well by Schroeder. Schroeder goes across for Marsh. Marsh tries a one-timer again and whiffs on it. Loose puck batted out of the zone. Frazier tried to jump up and hold it in. He couldn't. Now puck goes wide of Kennedy. No icing there. Good defensive play by Rampage. It looked like it might be a breakaway for a second, but now back the other way. Here comes Helen. Helen has it. Throws it to Marsh. Marsh onside. Beautiful Schroeder. Schroeder gets pickpocketed. And now Stillwater comes back the other way. Greener's there. Picks up the loose change. Throws it back into the zone. Stillwater will regroup. Nice pass across. It was read by Schroeder, but he couldn't grab it. Now just some sloppy hockey going on. Puck back into the Rampage zone. Stillwater wants a change. Good keep there at the point. Takes it top of the circle. Pushed out by twos. Now backhanded across toward the point. Now collected by Rampage. Here comes Frazier. Frazier chips it out. He tries to go forward for Marsh, but Marsh is spent and needs to get off the ice, which he does. Sober on for Marsh. Collected by Green. Green in the neutral goes across. Now back. Trying to hit Walnut was Crichton York. Puck turns over to Stillwater and goes underneath the backhand of one of the players, and he gets rocked. That was close after the puck had left. Good hard hit along the boards. I think it was Carter who got him. Chase behind the Rampage net. That's Sanborn. Sanborn can't get it out. And Stillwater has it back into the corner. They throw it up towards the middle. Now across loose puck. Went off of Schroeder, I think, and almost into the Rampage net. Now a loose puck bounces. Stillwater maintaining possession. Rampage caught a little deep there, left the D open, but now they get it out. Here comes a chance for Cooper. Cooper lifts the stick, and then McCarter goes down and takes down York with him, and here comes Stillwater the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Across, and I didn't see where that went. I didn't even see where that went. Did that go into the netting? Yeah. Okay. Shot wide of the net, goes into the netting. The signal from the official was not very clear. Face-off will stay in the Rampage zone with a 1:33 remaining second period. 3-1 Stillwater. Face-off drawn back by Stillwater. Shot through traffic at the point. Goes off of Schumer's leg pad. Now Rampage tries to break it out. They can. It's held in at the blue line. Too much of that by Stillwater. Now rubbed off the puck. Stillwater's going to maintain possession. Shot goes through traffic. Gloved by Kennedy. Shot from the blue line. 111. on the board. Face off in the Rampage zone to the right. We'll keep the same lineup out there. Soper will take the face off. He's got York, Grimberg, and Cooper. Puck goes up into the netting behind the Rampage net. We'll do it all over again, same spot. Neither team going to make a change. With only 1:06 left, second period. Face off at the other end of the ice, drawn back by Stillwater. They go back to the blue line. Shot, blocked. Lucky it didn't go the other way. It went off Schumer's leg. It didn't deflect far enough out of the zone. Now Schumer's going to try to jump on this. Schumer does a good job almost beating this man. The Stillwater player went down, but got enough on it to take away the breakaway. Puck loose in the corner, chipped up along the board. Stillwater has it, shot. Kennedy puts a glove on it, outside of the frame, then drops it. Play continues. Puck rifles around the boards behind Kennedy, again in the corner. Stillwater under no real pressure. Now loose puck blocked into the corner. Stillwater holds it in the corner. Here comes Sanborn. Sanborn tries to skate it behind the net. Now loose puck turned over. Stillwater has it. They have it behind the net. Now they throw it up along the corner, the boards. Now back up to the side of the circle. Rampage has a chance to break it up. They will. They're going to skate it out. Nice pass goes off of Cooper Jorik's stick. And it was going to be offsides if it wasn't the end of the period. But the second period will end mercifully after Stillwater scored 2 goals that period. And Colorado's going to need to regroup. Not catching passes crisply, not making passes crisply right now. And lucky, honestly, to only be down 3-1. So it's 7:45 Central Time, 6:45 Mountain Time. We will take a 10-minute break for ice clean. And then we'll come back and start the third period. Rampage with work to do. Talk to you soon.
TK, is that camera on?
Yes.
Is Grace
That's for the
watching?
people back home. They
Is
didn't.
Grace watching?
Yeah, with my cousin.
All right, welcome back to the TCO Arena. We're about to get the third period underway. Rampage trailing 3-1, playing what the spectators, at least on the Rampage side, feel is a lackluster, disinterested performance from the boys in blue. We'll play one more 15-minute period. They had 25 up there for a second, which was kind of confusing, but it will be a 15-minute penalty. So 15 minutes for Rampage to score 3 goals, come away from the first win of the weekend. Schroeder out to take the face-off. He'll have Helland on his left. Marsh on the right, Green and Frazier, your defenders. Referee having a talk with the official scorekeeper. They've got 25 minutes on the clock again. They're going to leave 25 minutes up there, so I guess we're going to be playing a 25-minute period and maybe a running clock. We'll wait and see what happens. Face-off taken into the Stillwater zone by Rampage. Schroeder will backhand it into the zone. It's picked up behind their own net by a Stillwater player. Now he throws it the other way. Chased down by Marsh. Now up along the blue line. Kept in nicely there. That was Frazier's shot. Oh, it went off the outside of the net. I thought that was in. Again, we're at the other end of the rink, so about 160 feet down the ice. It was a good hard shot from Frazier. Puck kept in by Rampage to the right of the Stillwater goaltender. Now Helen comes in. Lays a shoulder along the boards. Batted in at the point, now kept in and across the front for Marsh. Marsh was there, goes under his stick. Now in the corner, Marsh goes back in front of the crease. Loose puck in front, squirts out. Oh my goodness, Frazier got lit up at the top of the circle. Went to light a shot up, and he gets blasted and comes off back to the bench. He'll be replaced by Tews. Tews comes off the bench, gets the puck immediately. Tews, I think, thought Marsh was going to pick that puck up. He threw it down along the boards, and Marsh wasn't on the same page. So an icing against Rampage, back into the zone. It will be a 25-minute run clock. All sorts of different formats going on this weekend, and of course this not being a Tier 1 USA hockey game, more high school rules. Face-off drawn back by Stillwater, but it leaves the zone. Now chipped back to Kennedy's left. He'll come out, leave the puck there for Tews. Tews will pick it up behind our own net. Throws it off for Schumer. Schumer chips it ahead. Now Schumer and Jorg. Jorg's got to stay outside. Schumer, good pass, just a stretch in front of Jorg. And a shot! Jorg throws it back in front. And fired top corner. Over the glove. It's Schumer and Kopecky. Rampage gets a goal back, now trailing 3-2. Goal comes at 22:25 remaining on the run clock in the third period. Good puck movement there by Rampage. Soper takes the faceoff, drawn back for now by Stillwater. Now back out of the Stillwater zone. Kopecky gets blasted. Kopecky falls down, loose puck. Nice back check there by Soper. Now Soper fires it behind the Stillwater net. Pinned along the boards, couldn't see who that was. Slow to get up. Now Stillwater back through the neutral zone. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. Stillwater inside the circle. Player out in front. Up, driven behind, no call. They could have called Tews there. More of a soft push than a check. Soper waits for the puck to come out. Battle along the boards. It's Jorg and Tews. This is going to go against Tews. Tews gets a cross-check. It'll be a 2-minute minor. Cross-checks his man into the board. Slow to get up, but the Stillwater player is okay. Penalty comes at 21:27 remaining on the run clock third period. Face off right in front of us. In the Rampage zone, it'll be to Kennedy's left. McCarter in to take the face-off. Spencer to his right. Him. Sanborn on the left. So Rampage goes on the PK for 2 minutes. Now Grimberg takes a shot from behind against the boards. No call. Grimberg chases his man into the corner, throws it back behind the Rampage net. Now Stillwater, top of the circle. Good pressure from McCarter. Walking it in. Shot! Off the pad. Kennedy gets a pad. Great save by Austin. Back into the Stillwater zone. Now chipped out by Spencer. No icing. Good save by Kennedy there. Went off his left pad. Saw it at the last second. Puck thrown along the boards. It's going to be an icing, and it will be. I wasn't sure it was going to make it. So the penalty will keep running. At least that's how they're doing it. Normally there's a penalty stop switch, but it may be a parent not knowing how to run it. So the penalty counts down under 1:10 now, remaining in the man advantage for Stillwater. 20 minutes remaining in the third period. Face off in the Stillwater zone to the right of their goaltender. That's Spencer. Spencer draws it back, but it splits both defenders. Little miscommunication there between Sanborn and Grimberg. Now Sanborn will turn and fire, tries to throw it into the zone. Instead, it goes up into the bench. And we'll have a stoppage. Puck will come back to the neutral zone. Since that pass originated from just outside the Rampage zone, that's where the face-off will go. McCarter's in to take it. Nope, now they're going to switch it up. Spencer will take it. Spencer draws it forward. Now picked up by Stillwater. Chipped off the boards, dumped deep. Kennedy plays it behind. It goes off his stick. Everybody's having a hard time catching passes right now. Puck into the corner. Sanborn puts pressure on. Back across. Still 12 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Stillwater. Shot! Save Kennedy. Had that corner sealed off. You could hear it explode off the pads. Back across the blue line. Top of the circle. Now out of the zone. That's going to do it for the penalty. Teams back at even strength. Good PK there from your Colorado Rampage. One shot officially on goal for Stillwater. Now they stretch pass back into the neutral zone. Skated, top of the circle. Shot blocked in front. Now a loose puck covered by Kennedy with a Stillwater player not far behind looking to poke that in. Stoppage will come at 18:40 remaining in the running clock third period. Face off in the Rampage zone to the right of Kennedy. 3-2 in favor of Stillwater. Loose puck tied up by Frazier behind the Rampage net. Now backhanded around for Frazier. Frazier will take it behind Kennedy. Frazier throws it off the glass. This is going to be an icing. Not sure who he was trying to hit there, if he just wanted to get it out of the zone. He definitely succeeded in that, as that fired off the glass and with the clean ice. We'll bring the face-off back into the Rampage zone. Right here in front of us to our right. Casa in to take the face-off. Green on the left. Casa can't find it at his feet. Now chipped up by Walnut. Walnut can't get it out of the zone. Loose puck picked up by Walnut. Walnut fiddles with it. Now Walnut tries to make a pass. He was trying to hit York there, but it was picked off by one of the Stillwater players, and they get back on sides and back into the Rampage zone. Nice stretch pass, tipped his way. It was looking for Walnut. It was Frazier trying to hit Walnut.